So this is the first part of what Deca was a zoid. Before I start, I need to explain this to you all. For any new what ifs that you all want me to do, like a Power Rangers what if or other things, I need to do research. And I need to figure out what certain things, because Power Rangers has many Rangers. And so I need to choose between the Rangers that I love and watched and know which is the best and which is the worst. And to be honest, there's so many Power Rangers out there that it's kind of hard and conflicting, and I need to watch Power Rangers all over again. Because Power Rangers is just Power Rangers. I have to go to many categories. And there's so many Power Rangers out there that I really can't tell which one to do upon. So I need to watch every Power Ranger show, and that might take me, I don't know how long. I'm gonna watch the Power Ranger shows that I have available to me now than later. It's easier for me to do just, that than wait, because if I wait, I'm not gonna get that done. So, those who want the Power Rangers what if, I'm sorry, but it's gonna have to wait. Give me, I don't know, a couple months. Not a couple months, at least several weeks, at least. 5 in total. I'll generally get one part out of it, then I need to watch the rest of the shows. I've been watching Dino Fury recently, and why that's the only one I really have on display right now, and I need to look for the other ones. I have the Power Rangers, the shows, yes. I just need to look for them. So, please hold up and wait. And for the rest of my great what ifs, those are all coming up. And please do wait. Let's get started in this glorious and glamorous what if. So, this is how it ended up. Me trapped. Okay. You might wonder, how did Naruto Uzumaki, the great Naruto Uzumaki, end up in this position? Well, let's just say a couple of bullshit. Some test experiments and major sign of favoritism, and that's why I'm here. I gave you a short rundown. It was after the June exams. I thought I barely passed. I'm facing off against Hinata's cousin, which I'm not a fan of. No, the guy's an asshole. He completely destroyed Hinata. He almost killed her, for God's sake. And it weren't for the Jonies coming and interrupting the match, well, Hinata would be dead. In all jurisdiction, the Jonies really were not allowed to, interrupt the match, because the match was clearly going, and clearly Hinata still wanted to fight. Yes, I'm not dumb, nor stupid as I seem to be. In reality, she would have been dead if she continued to fight, and she still tried to continue to fight. And yes, she's pretty much now in the hospital. And oh, do I know about her crush on me. People think I'm stupid in this village. Really, I'm not. I'm not stupid. I'm not. I'm just slow. Hanada's been having a crush on me ever since I saved her from those bullies. Of course I would have noticed. But most of the time, she's just a fangirl. You know, I don't really like fangirls that much, and really. Because even though I like a fangirl, Sakura-chan. But to be honest, now I'm thinking about it. Do I really want Sakura? Hell no. That bitch got nothing for me. It's basically, yeah. So I went to go ask Kakashi Sensei for training. Because even though I'm facing against the last year's it just really pisses me off to say this, Rookie of the Year, and my gosh, that damn Hyuga, it's worse, he's a Hyuga, so he can basically see my chakra points, which is worst. And my sensei basically told me to go get fucking chakra control. Now, I know chakra control is important because number one, it's needed to control your jutsu. So number two, without that, if you can't control your chakra, you're basically probably gonna die using one of your jutsus. But to be honest, I have so much fucking chakra through my coils, more than Hokage, the old Hokage himself, that I can very much spam jutsus and still be okay. So what's the fucking point of chakra control if my chakra, if I can't even control all that chakra, and no matter what, and my chakra coils are still growing, and I'm into Judiki, and an Uzumaki as well. Let's be honest here. There is no way I'm gonna control all that chakra. My chakra alone, along with my tenants. And who? Yes. Chakra adds to my own. And that's fucking impossible. I can control my own chakra, barely. I can control my chakra, of course I can. Kakashi Sensei wants me to do chakra control. I can't even do chakra control. I can spam jutsu, so that's it. That's what I'm good at. I'm gonna use Uzumaki. I'm not gonna be good at Genjutsu, so there's no point. Do whatever the fuck he wants. He just wants to Chiha. Cause that damn blasted Sharingan. So, he spun me off to Ebisu, the closet pervert. Out of all the people he could have gave me, Kakashi Sensei gave me the closet pervert. He could have gave me, I don't know, somebody else who's more powerful. Clearly. Maybe what about that kid? What about, that kid named Rock Lee Sensei? Or hey, somebody else for another change of soul. Or one of the other Junin senseis. Like Asuma. Or Kurenai. No, he gave me Ebisu. The closet pervert. Which, if you ask me, is trash. But I met the Perry Sage and, well, he taught me summoning. And at first, I didn't want to summon because I didn't see the point. Out of all the things you teaching me summoning. But to be honest, I was going to fight upon head to head. I'm a frontline base. I actually get up and close and personals. I spam destructive attacks that can help me fight. I don't have time to be summoning creatures by my side. It sounds cool and all, but I can go through the hand signs and gather the chakra and I could be dead. Yeah, I faced Orochimaru. And me summoning shadow clones most of the time, I really got through just that. Think I gotta have time to go through summoning? And I suck at it too. And all the time when I want to get an actual toad, I keep on getting a fucking tadpole. Then this damn Purry Sensei kicked me off a ravine. Used pretty much summon the toad boss and that's it. By using the Kiwi's chakra, not my own. So it was a week before this shit happened. I forced Purry Sage to teach me a jutsu that can actually help me. Which she basically said that that's the only capacity I have. I'm controlling Naito's chakra and helping. He says that that's all they need right now. Which I'm saying, I'm going against a Hyuga. Somebody who was last year's Rookie of the Year, who has jutsus of Clan Arsenal with the Byakugan. And to be honest, who should be a lot stronger than Sasuke. No doubt, but Sasuke might be strong. But one thing is, Hyuga can completely destroy Sasuke. There's no doubt. And clearly, because Sasuke got his own amp from Orochimaru, I can't make it my own. Jiraiya proceeded to push me off as yet again. Again, I would just tell, Gigi, that you haven't actually trained me fully. Or Jiraiya would simply finally give up, teaching me this one awesome jutsu, the Rasengan, which it's a ball of pure chakra that can drill somebody, which I mastered under a week. That shit was awesome. It was a few weeks until, I was gonna get kicked that damn Hyuga's ass until that snake petal came back and kidnapped me. And now I'm here. That's my story. Let's see what the snake petal wants. The blonde watched us Orochimaru be going through, whatever the fuck he's going through. What the fuck do you want? Simply the blonde simply says. Nothing Naruto-kun, as Orochimaru simply says. I want what everybody wants. Power. In the lack of term, I see a lot of potential in you. You can be the next Hashirama, the next Minato, even the next Surizen. You can surpass all of them in strength. Even myself, which the snake sign grudgingly has said. As Orochimaru says, but yet the problem is, the leaf really won't train you because they don't trust you. Why? Haven't I shown for multiple years I haven't attacked them, so why won't they? It's the villagers. They won't trust you. No one really trusts you. You think the leaf will trust your Jinchuriki, who can instantly snap and release their Biju's power? As Orochimaru return towards Naruto, as he says, and you think they'll trust you? They'll allow you to grow, but it'll be small. But still have a hand over you to a point where you're still controllable. Why did you think Ambu needed to watch you all the time? Why do you think all those mobs beat the shit out of you, and the old man came always at the nick of time before you were killed. The blonde scowled. Oh, shut up, the blonde growled. What do you know? I know you've been putting up for the bullshit long enough. The one thing I am is I might be a traitor. I might be a bit cynical, but I'm not a liar. What point would I lie to you? Really, I'm telling you the truth. They've been holding you back. They did nothing but keep things away from you. Your heritage, the blonde eyes widened. What rightly belongs to you, your family, everything. You know about my heritage? Boy, of course I know about your heritage. The old man never told you, did he? Well, I don't blame him. You don't seem like a person to actually keep a secret. Oh, wow. Keep a secret. Great. I'm literally keeping the 9 tails within me and wait for my teammates. Isn't that a secret or enough? Let's be honest here, Naruto, as Orochimaru simply says. Most of those you graduated probably knows or probably have already figured out that you're the Naito Jinchuriki. As Orochimaru turned. Literally, think about it. Do you think they wouldn't be told about Jinchuriki? It's part of the elements of the nation's history. Jinchuriki are a major part of it. You think they would have not known? You're with clan heads, future clan heads. I'm sure that their clans would have told them about the 9 Bijus and the Jinchurikis. And just by the treatment alone, that should give away your status. And clearly obvious, you were born on the same day as Kyuubi's attack. And out of all the people children that were born on that day, and in that month, you were chosen, and everyone in the whole village, most of the adults, Shinobi that were there who lost loved ones that day, clearly hate you for the Kyuubi's doing. You don't think they would have noticed? The blonde would have realized the snake was right even though he was talking shit. Okay, fine. You have a point there. What are you gonna do to me? I'm just gonna give you what you reckon deserves. A break. A chance to fight under someone who actually cares. A chance where you can actually be used. So Orochimaru simply smiled as he'll pull out a schematic at his pool. It's lighting up the room behind him with a large mechanical beast. It was the same size as a tailed beast. At least the same size as the Kyuubi. What is that? It is the artificial Biju. Or the artificial tail beast. I call it the Liger Zero. I give him many components which other abilities. Or I just call it Liger. This has the 9 tails chakra within it. Huh? Let me give you a rundown upon that day on October 10th. The 9 tails was freed upon its last Jinchuriki. The fox had another Jinchuriki? Of course. You think the fox would just randomly appear out of nowhere? The fox appeared working for Mr. Judiki and made his way to the village. But on that day, the Yondaime did something incredible. He split the Bijou in half, sealing the yin within himself and the yang within the living Judiki. He split the fox in half? I've been holding half of the fox this whole time. Yes, Orochimaru simply says, I have had this for a while. This is linked up to everything. I've connected this to the Shimigami seal and pretty much fused the inside of the Ninetales chakra with it. But I accidentally freed the fox and accidentally freed the inside of the fox's soul. But it cannot reform without the yang. So if I do this correctly, the fox will not be reformed, and the QP will be gone forever. I'm telling you, but you will all gain something new. You're probably planning to murder myself with that thing up there, aren't you? Of course. If it works, I'll use it to destroy Konoha. Rightfully. This will only hurt for a moment. So Orochimaru would simply start the procedure as everything would go black. And it was cold. It was all so cold. The touch was cold, everything was cold. It's been a few hours since he finished integrating the blonde with the liger. It all worked just fine, like how he thought it was. But like last time, the fox's chakra went into the liger, with the blonde's soul somehow ending up in it too, with the blonde's chakra. But the fox's chakra ended up, but the soul proceeded to escape, which Orochimaru cursed himself. Now the QB was going to reform. When? Who knows? The Akatsuki are now probably going to kill him later on. So, whatever. He proceeded to finish Liger Zero in its operations as time skip. The training exams, finals. Everything was going well. Orochimaru will be posing as the Tsuchikage, The Kazekage is simply he'll finish the Liger before his final act will be prepared. Once he finishes it up by a seal, he'll let the Liger go off the rampage upon the city, upon the village. He also make another mech, the Mecha Ninetales. It was, well, as you know in the name, a mechanized version of the Ninetales. It had an orange and silver color scheme where the fox's 9 tails were actually set ablaze by fire, which was very interesting. He prepared to use these, to basically go out to destroy the village. He tried using a sample of the Ninetales chakra. Granted, connect the two together, but the Liger wouldn't budge by giving the fox his chakra. So he opted just to do his best with what he got. Now we go to what's going on originally. Neji would wait for his match, as he would wait and he would be called the winner. He scoffed at simply not wondering. What could he do? The blonde was nowhere to be found. Hiruzen wondered if Naruto was alright. Sending a couple Anbu to go find the boy. It was strange for him, well, not to appear. It was important to him. But unknown to Hiruzen, it was too late. Long too late. Everyone will be preparing for the great matchup between Uchiha and, well, the Kazekage's son, Gaara. And we're going to skip to that right now. As Sasuke and Gaara's matchup just be like the original. Everything was going just fine until Gaara decided to change. And, well, the invasion would start. Knocking everyone out to sleep first, then proceeding to throw it all down. Everyone was, well, doing what they originally started. Sakura proceeded to follow Sasuke with Shikamaru, along with Asuma doing the same. But unlike originally, where Asuma would hold back some of the sound, then he would actually have to be forced to come straight back up to catch up with the rest of the group because, well, Naruto was not there. So, yeah. Orochimaru knew he needed the light work he needed to do. He knew one thing. He could use the fourth, but maybe he should have actually kept the yin chakra, the nine tails within the fourth, so he can actually see the Yan and destroy Hiruzen with the fox's chakra. But nah. He'll save that for later. Jiraiya will be taking care of, well, the summons on the other side of the village, as Orochimaru would simply smile and simply say, "Sensei, don't you like my plan?" "You've gone too far, Orochimaru." "Oh, I have not gone too far yet. I still have one more surprise." The snake Sonic would simply say, as an irony. And I decided I'm not gonna finish off myself. As he would just tell the sound for to drop the barrier, because there was no point. After telling them to drop the barrier, it was all pretty much good for nothing. He told them as doing some hand signs immediately. As once he did, he proceeded to do the hand signs as a large poof of smoke would appear as it would tower over everything as the whole village would go quiet. As heat, building of heat, hot orange reddish flames would show. Fire would be shown, but the fire looked like it was in a shape of a tail. What the hell? As another tail would appear, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. As glowing red eyes would appear, the whole village would freeze when seeing glowing red eyes, 9 tails, as a roar would pierce as the smoke would clear. The 9 tails? Hiruzen would look as he would wonder and look in horror. "Orochimaru, what have you done?" The snake Sonic would simply smile. "I have done the ultimate deed." The snake Sonic would simply smile. "Oh, don't worry, Sensei. You'll be just fine." As he proceeded to bite, once again going through hand signs, as once again the fourth cough, the cough from earlier that Hiruzen prevented Orochimaru from, well, opening, and along with another coffin, two other coffins would basically appear. Hiruzen would be shocked, as once all the coffins were opened and revealed, it would reveal Minato, Kushina, and Mito Uzumaki, along with Tobirama and Hashirama would look surprised. They would all pop out as Orochimaru would proceed to smile, as well his work would be prepared, as he would basically tell them, now, first, take him out. His work is done here, as Orochimaru simply says, while I watch the village burn. Finally. As they would all prepare, as Minato would flash forward towards Hiruzen, saying as Hiruzen would prepare, I failed. But I won't go down without a fight. It's just when simply Orochimaru would smile. And also Sensei. The Kyuubi Jinchuriki. Hiruzen asks why I'm hearing this. What did you do? He's just fine. What did you do to Naruto? Where is he? Orochimaru. I've made some altercations. I made him better. Seisan would smile with a cruel smile. Do you want to see him? Well then. Here he is. As he prepares a hand sign as Minato will proceed to use his special three-pronged kunin in his wrist to slit Hiruzen's throat, but he turned around, proceeding to flash towards the other Edo Tenseis, stopping a seal upon them, each of them, as they would gain will upon their own bodies. What? Orochimaru will cry, confused as Minato was turning towards Orochimaru and simply scowling. First, as the Yonde says, you didn't mark me. Well, you did. But the Kyuubi pretty much burned that off. Second, what the hell did you do to my child? Orochimaru tried to sweat. Shit, he didn't think that was gonna happen. As well, pretty much the Hokage along to Uzumaki's return. Hiruzen will simply walk forward. Orochimaru, you have fallen too low. I have let you walk this path for too long. Once I'll finish you off, then I'll go find Naruto. Orochimaru simply smiled. Oh, about Naruto. Yes, hang on there. As he was doing hand signs, summoning jutsu, as in a large poof of smoke, the same size as the mechanized Nine Tails. Glowing orange reddish eyes would appear, as a roar would break through the smoke, as a wet mechanic machine would roar. As Orochimaru would smile, as he proceeded to do hand signs, as the eyes would change from orangish reddish to a purple color. Now, do you like my new pet? As Orochimaru simply says. What is that? Let me introduce you to something important. This is the mechanical Biju. The mechanical Biju, or tailed beast. Liger Zero. As you formerly know him, Uzumaki, Namikaze Uzumaki Naruto. They'll all be surprised to hear the Jinchuriki was changed into this mechanical beast as the beast would roar. They're setting them all back as Hiruzen would simply be shocked. Orochimaru, what have you done? Minato, horrified, seeing that, well, his son, or if that mechanical monster was his son, as Orochimaru would simply smile, as a mechanical beast would simply tower over them. Now, as Orochimaru simply says, "Goodbye, Sensei," as the mechanical beast would lift up its large paw, as swiping down, crushing them, and crushing the Hokage Tower, half of the Hokage Tower, were completely as Zell jumped back, appearing as Orochimaru was simply growl as seeing, well, that failed. Immediately as Haruzu would look towards Minato, how much time do you have? I don't know how much time, but something's wrong with the seals. As surprisingly, Edo Tensei's skin started to pale, started to look more lively than before. I don't know, as Tobirama simply says, but whatever, if that's the Jinchuriki, that's that boy that you say. He's long gone. Kushina would be horrified and say, "He's still in there. I can feel him. My Tsuchi's still in there. I'm not gonna give up." She pulls out a katana and simply says, "I'll hold him down. You get that goddamn snake of her son, Minato. I will. I won't fail him this time." As they would prepare Haruzen as well. This is when they would turn to see the mechanized Nine-Tails to continue destroying the city. "I'll deal with the mechanized Nine-Tails," as Hashirama simply says. "You think you can deal with the rest, Mito?" This is pretty much telling her to deal with the Liger Zero. She would simply want to say something, but simply turning her head and saying, "Fine." As Hashirama would simply nod, as Tobirama would also proceed to follow his brother. As Haruzen would go follow his senseis, "You deal with that, I'll deal with the Nine-Tails." As simply the two Uzumaki's and Minato would look, as Orochimaru would smile. Well. The Yande Mokage. What will you do now? I have your son under my full control. And unlike last time, we'll see. The last time I remember seeing you was the very day you stole the Hokage position from me. And now, I took something even more precious from you. Your son." The irony. You took my dream. I took your biggest dream from you. Isn't that great? You'll pay for what you did to Orochimaru. Yes, simply Orochimaru would smile. "Come at me then." As the liger would roar and challenge as it proceeded to run towards them. Shit! As it would proceed to swipe its large paw, as it would destroy buildings just by swiping its paws. As it would proceed to continue to destroy buildings around. Kushina tried to chain it down with her adamantine chains, but it would always move faster than before. It was quick on its feet. The liger has mechanical sensors that can sense chakra, and I actually identify it to the adamantine chakra chains. So, you're gonna have a lot of trouble while trying to take the liger down. As simply be chuckling as very much as he proceeds to smash a paw down once again. As Liger would jump into the air, jumping high, as gravity would bring it back down, smashing to the ground, sending a huge tremor through the earth as just sending houses and stores and other type of things through the air, as it would use its mechanical tail to swipe through everything, swiping through all of it as it proceeded to roar. As immediately after as shooting projectiles like missiles as to proceed to destroy everything around it. Yes, good Liger. Destroy everything of Konoha. As it proceeded to destroy everything around it. Minato was fast behind Orochimaru. The Orochimaru was simply block of the Kusanagi. Shall we dance? As the two would proceed to fight on top of the Liger, the Liger will sense this as proceeding to try to pull off Minato from its back. Throwing Minato off as he would have to reappearing right besides cushion ass shit because no matter what I do, I can't get a good hold of it. I can't either. It's protecting Orochimaru. Naruto's not. We need to get to Naruto. How? There's no way we can do this by ourselves. Simply, this is when a toad would smash down upon the Liger Zero. It would roar out in anger as Jiraiya says, "Hurry up, Gaki. Minato, hurry up. Get Naruto out of this state." Sensei, as Minato would flash forward. As Jiraiya and Minato was to fight together like old times. It's gonna be Rakufi Sensei. So well, kid, but we need to hurry up and get Naruto out of control of Orochimaru. Jiraiya, you fool. You just don't have to stay out of people's business. What can I say? I'm a very big hit. You're gonna regret what you did to Naruto. Well then, I'll be more regretful for not paying attention to the boy, unlike you. As Orochimaru proceeds to swing his Kusanagi, as Jiraiya formed Rasengan, clashing the two would clash, sending each other back. As Minato would appear right behind Orochimaru, placing a seal attack on him immediately as you see, I broke the contract between you and the Liger Zero. Naruto should be free at any moment. What? How? It didn't take that long. The contract was similar to the Nine Tails from the same with the Masked Man. As now Naruto's free from your control. You broke the Liger's control from me. What have you done? As the Liger Zero eyes would proceed to change from purple, well, the pretty much the reddish orange eyes as the mechanical beast would look around wondering what's going on, immediately go into attack mode. As Naruto would wonder, what the hell? As immediately he feels things off. As crying out as proceeding to throw off the toad on his back. As roaring as proceeding to throw them all off. By this action, just blowing them all. As simply he'll growl. As immediately you start to run towards Yamabuto. Come on, Gaki, snap out of it, Joy. As Yamabuto would say, Naruto would continue to attack. He wasn't in the right state of consciousness. As he will proceed to be thrown back, but he would start to run around Gamabunta as the blonde was slowly cloth to glow. Front cloth to glow as a mechanism was proceed to open. But as golden energy was protruded out of the mechanism as the Liger would gain speed with rockets between its back as sitting flying forward. As it would jump into the air as proceed to throw a strike laser claw as the beast would proceed to swipe down. Gamabunta would proceed to throw out his large tonto as it would block the attack. But as it started to cut into the tonto, this would pretty much start to melt it completely, breaking it in half. Gamabunta dodged the attack barely, getting a slash on his small splash on his chest as she would poof out of existence, having to go back to the Summon Realm. The beast would roar, roaring, seeing that his opponent was defeated, as immediately opening its mouth. As it opened its mouth, as chakra to build, a glowing red light would build, as the light would continue to build and build. As the light builded, as a blue and red beam would burst from its mouth, and it would start to obliterate everything around it. The blue beam of cackling wisps of chakra would disintegrate mostly everything around it and wave past, destroying villages, destroying some villagers that were walking by, and shinobi, seeing them flying to the air. As the beast would proceed to roar, as immediately trees, roots, and trees would wrap around its body, as if to suppress the beast. It would roar out in anger, proceed to thrash around, aggressively trying to break free from whatever was trying to hold it down. As Hashirama was actually finished dealing with the Mecha Nine Tails, once the beast was pretty much out of chakra, it collapsed down, but it would collect nature chakra to replenish itself. So he put it into a cage, basically. But with this Liger Zero was a bigger problem. This beast was more wild, out of control. Hiruzen was simply seeing how the beast was thrashed, growling as it would roar out in rage and anger and sorrow. It was anguish. Kushina would proceed to use her chopper chains, proceeding to hold down the beast as long as Mito, as Hiruzen would go forward as the beast would proceed to look. Looking into the third Hokage, the two of the eye contact, it would calm. As it would stop thrashing, it would stop moving in general, just looking at the third. Oh man, as a very mechanical, raspy voice would proceed to say, it wasn't too crazy. It was just really mechanical. Naruto, are you? What the hell happened? The beast would proceed to look around. What's up with the village? And why the hell am I tied up by chains and trees? As let him go. As Naruto would simply say, as they would proceed to let him go, as the blonde, well, I guess zoid would proceed to stand. What the hell is that? Looking towards the Mecha Knight was in the cage. This was all Orochimaru was doing. The snake petal, the blonde growled. He did this to me. He changed me into this Liger Zero thing. He made me into a monster. He proceeded to look around and simply say, did I do this? As looking at the village, it was pretty much some of it destroyed. The same damage that the Nine Tails did 13 years ago. As simply, I would say, it's not your fault. It's my fault. If only I knew. If only I knew that bastard could control me. I tried figuring out how to control my new body, but immediately I was just put under control. I was summoned. I couldn't see anything. I wanted to talk to you, but then I was just put under this trance. My mind, all I could see was him. Then their bodies just started moving, and I just started destroying things. I couldn't help myself. Everything I was doing, it was like a blur. It's fine. This is not okay. This is when Australia would be saying, now you're calm. Can you tell us what was the last thing you remember? The last thing I remember was that snake bastard summoning me, then everything going red. Anything before that, the snake trader proceeded to take me and use me for its new project. For reasons of simply not understanding. It's understandable. He needs to be turned towards Naruto. My boy, you're, as the redhead would form, proceed to jump forward as Hiruzen. So, as she simply says, our body is there, alive. You proceed to turn towards Kushina, looking over. You're alive? How? This is when Todoromo wondered. Thought we were supposed to dispel. That's not what was supposed to happen. Younger brother, as Hashirama simply says, I told not to make this jutsu originally. Elder brother, and when I put it into the scroll, the forbidden scroll, I didn't tell people to use the jutsu. But no matter what, I didn't tell anyone to use it. I put it in a place where I thought it was safe. That's it. The tensei I was supposed to last, it was dispelled, we were supposed to be free. Return to the afterlife, but we're still alive. Fourth, as the light group looked down, getting closer, I see this clam is down, stomping. You have a lot of explaining to do. How are you alive? You were dead. It was a jutsu. Do you remember me? Of course I remember you. He was smiling. You're the Yane Mokage. You defeated the Kyuubi. And yet you also pretty much defeated me in this new state of mine. Naruto. You don't know who I am. I know you're the fourth. What's going on? You didn't tell him, Kushina says. Hurry to look away as simply as Kushina scowls. There's been some information held back from you, Tsuchi. Son, the beast would say. You called me son. I'm not your son, lady. You're an Uzumaki, right? Yeah, so I'm an Uzumaki as well, along with Grandma Mito over here. She's an Uzumaki as well. The beast would be surprised, looking. What? And your father, as she looked towards Minato, holding his hand. Old man, am I the... Yes, as simply says, you're the Yandame's son. No, my cousin Minato's son and Kushina Uzumaki's son. I'm sorry I did not tell you. I wanted to tell you until you were ready. That's the second time you held things from me, old man. It was the fox. Now this. I can't take it anymore. This village has only caused me pain. I can't stay here anymore. I need to leave. Naruto, you can't. No, I'm leaving. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. I can't take this anymore. The mechanical beast would proceed to walk away to help the village. Naruto, wait. Minato would flash towards the sun as he proceeded to reappear on his face. Naruto, please, get off of me. No, you don't understand. Those people, no. Those monsters. Do you know what they've done? What they've done to me? They tortured me for goddamn 13 years. Beatings, fox hunters, neglect, calling me a demon, spawn of the devil, calling me a no worse child. You know, all the shit they pulled. I'm done. You sacrificed this village for yourself. Good for you. But I sacrificed my life so many fucking times for this stupid village. I saved it from the Kyuubi from that day. I'm done. I get no respect in this village. And the shit being held back from me. I might have caused all this destruction. And yet I didn't save the village. But a part of me just feels glad that it's like this. Because this village doesn't deserve me at all. And fuck this village. As he proceeded to shake Naruto to off of him. And get off me. You're not my father. A man who would leave, a man who would steal a tailed beast with his son. Ain't no father to me at all. As they proceeded to walk away angrily, mad, aggressive. This simply, once it made it out over the walls of the village, it started to run away, started to run. As simply, Minato was about to go after him, but this is when Hashirama would say, I think it's best if you give him some time. But he needs me. I need to fix this. With the pain you cause, as Togurama simply says in the heart of Jinchuriki, I think you caused enough. As Togurama simply says, leave the boy to himself. And when it's time, he'll return. As this is when the time of repair would start. This is when Naruto was beside as preparing as once he got back to the office. As he would sigh as the rest of the Hokages would appear in the Hokage office. Minato was scowling at Naruto says, you haven't told him at all. Once he'd been told the full truth of everything. Naruto simply, Hashirama simply say, very disappointed. You not just let our son go through neglect, beatings, rapes. You allowed all of this to happen in under 13. Number one, as Rusupi says, what am I supposed to do? You wanted to make him the hero of the village. Not till I told you it was not a good idea. I said if it was best if we just took the fox down. Just left the fox in the dark, but you wanted Naruto to be the hero. I told you it would be best, but you didn't listen. No. And what was I supposed to do for the Uchiha clan? There's nothing else, nothing you could do. We tried, but nothing would work. Ever since the Ninetales attack, things have just gotten worse. What do you want me to do? As Rusupi says, there's nothing I could do. As Rusupi rubbed his face, I'm getting too old for this shit. Minato scowl as Kushina put her hand on his shoulder. You have to see through his eyes. Even though he failed us and Naruto, we failed him more. Hiruzen Dogen did his best. But he did his best, Minato. The blame goes on us. Nothing more, nothing less. Hearing that from his wife was depressing. He would proceed to almost to go slump as simply sighing. So what's your plan to rebuild the village? That's what Rusupi says. Once I get the village back in tip-top shape, I already got Tenzo working at the walls and rebuilding the village. But after that, and everything else, I'm getting a new successor. This is what Jiraiya says. And who will that be? Jiraiya, I think it's about time you go and get her back. Jiraiya was surprised to hear this. Are you sure about that, Sensei? You really want to make her Hokage? Hashirama received a look saying, who? Your granddaughter Tsunade, as Rusupi says. Suna, as Hashirama would smile. How has she been? She's been, Rusupi says. He was simply proceeded to put his hand on his head. Something. Hashirama would wonder. That's just she's bigger in her gambling habits, as Rusupi says, along with still coping with the death of her little brother and Dan. Still, Kushina says, how long is she going to continue moping around? You need to see it through her eyes, as Rusupi says. As Rusupi would proceed to sigh, Jiraiya, please go find Tsunade and bring her back. Jiraiya was being out of this. And also, if you find Naruto on the way there too, bring him back also as well. He can't be left alone out there. The Akatsuki will capture him no matter what. We don't need them deciding if he can actually be used as a weapon. The Akatsuki, as Kushina says, An organization that pretty much goes after the Jinchurikis to get their bijus. I'll explain it to you later, just the rest, simply says. I'm heading off now. As you proceed to jump out their window, Mito looks at the look over the village. It looks terrible. And the Gennings? They all did well. Kakashi, how is he? As Master Super says, you know, reading porno, reading Ika Ika. He neglected on Naruto's training, as Kushina simply says. Now, Kushi, I'm sure he had a reason. I gave him the okay by training in Sasuke. I thought it would be best, but maybe I was wrong to give the okay for that. Making the last Uchiha have a sensei that was powerful for keeping in line is not a bad thing. First, will you get back your son? Even though he has the power of the nine tails flowing through his veins. Or, I guess, oil. We get him back to Konoha before any of the other villagers can do anything. And also, what about the QB? Now it's technically free. Doesn't it have a street to deal with? Especially with us. We're gonna have to deal with it eventually. Soon, but it'll be later. Times a few weeks, about a week later, Naruto will be continue to walk. As he'll proceed to walk around, he had no other thing to do. To be honest, being a large mechanical beast, all he can do is really just walk around causing havoc and pretty much mass cataclysm here and there as he continued to walk. As he heard a familiar voice, "Hey, Gaki, what's your plan? Just gonna walk around or?" "No, Pervy Sage, you've been telling me for the past week. What do you want?" "I just want to know what you're doing." The beast make out beast and turn towards Jiraiya. "Look, Pervy Sage, I appreciate you caring. But for my godfather, you did a terrible job. So excuse me, I'm gonna go back and continue doing what I was doing." "Do you still care about the village at least?" "No." "Are you gonna give him a second chance?" "I'm not sure." "At least give him another chance." The beast would stop his turning towards. "How would you feel about it, huh? What could you say? 'Cause I don't know what to say." "See what they have to say. At least let them prove it to you. If not, then just go on your merry way." "Fine. What are you doing anyways out here? I'm sure you're supposed to be helping the village." "Yeah, but I'm looking for the new Hokage. I'm gonna just need your help." "Oh. I heard Orochimaru is looking for my teammate Tsunade." "Why?" "Basically telling him how he could be basically heal anyone. So she can heal basically anyone, huh?" "Pretty much." "Well then, good. Hop on. Come where we're going." As Jiraiya would hop onto the blonde's back, mechanical back, Cause I wanna kick that snake pedal's ass. I got a bone deal with him. I'm gonna use these upgrades that he's given me. And oh, how I'm going to enjoy tearing him apart. Now let's not get too bloodlusty, kitty. Shut up. Let me revel in my moment.